Good evening, everyone, and thank you for coming to Deb Chanel's 48th World, where we do soap opera reviews. Today, we got off to a late start on the Bold and the Beautiful review for May 17th, 2016. The reason why we got off to a late start is because today is actually my mother's 77th birthday. Yes, Lord. She's reached a pivotal milestone, and we were out celebrating with her. And of course, she don't drive, y'all, but she wanted to get her renewal of her driver's license. And it wasn't a bad thing. You know, it was pretty, well, it was a large crowd in there, but they were pretty organized today, and they were getting people in and out. So that wasn't a big deal at all. So we were out from, I think, maybe a little after 12 to about 7 o'clock, something like that, or maybe 6:30. So that is why my editions of Bold and the Beautiful and the Young and the Restless are not posted yet. So we had a good time, y'all. Family oriented, a lot of laughs, and we just all noticed that we basically getting okay, whoo. But anyway, that's enough said. And now we're gonna go into the Bold and the Beautiful review or recap that aired on Tuesday, May 17th at 1:30 Eastern Standard Time. Okay, a little summary. It's Brooke and Eric revel in new developments happening with the family. Then we have following a conversation with Caroline. Sasha comes up with an idea to ensure that she keeps Zende. All right. So basically, when they first come on, the first scene that is shown is Nicole. She's at the hospital. She's in her giving birth apparel as well as scene. And everybody's telling her to push, 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 push. Relax, relax. Push, 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 push. Relax, relax. Anybody have given birth or been in the midst of someone giving birth, you know that's the old adage that they do. And they're consoling her through all of her breathing and her pain that she's experiencing, trying to deflect on everything that she's doing, trying to get this little miracle in the world. And I really thought, if I'm not mistaken, people can tell me in the comments, when Brooke and Eric were talking about everything, I thought they said a little boy. But maybe I misunderstood and heard what I wanted to hear, I guess. But then I don't know, because I thought they had got a sonogram of the baby and, you know, what they were going to have when she was in her formative trimesters, where you could take a sonogram and they could tell you. So I don't know. Anyway, Vivian shortly comes in. She wasn't in the scene that aired yesterday. When they had took her to the hospital and all that good stuff. She was doing something else. But she made it to the hospital, and she was right there with her little baby girl. And Maya and Rick, of course, were there also. So we go to Zende. Zende, as we knew from last episode on Monday, he was out there on the patio. He was out on the patio by the swimming area, the swimming pool, and just relaxing. We felt uncomfortable and all this kind of stuff. But you know, yesterday Zende had, or really Sasha had suggested that since he didn't want a beer or any coolers or anything of that nature, she would give him a soda or some tea, and he opted to have tea. So she went to the house and got him some tea. So in this scene with Zende, he's remembering some past moments with Nicole, that he always told her he'll be there by her side through anything. Anything that she had gotten herself into, he would always be there. And of course, they were pretty much, when he made that statement, I guess he was talking about good moments. And, you know, if anything tragic came up, you know, like a death, car accident, this, that, and the other, you know, he was going to be there, you know. Nothing was going to separate him from her. But he didn't anticipate this thing she just automatically got into or got involved with. And he couldn't see no relevance where he was going to be tied into all the things. He was just being selfish, and really, like I said, he was very immature on the subject. But it takes experience for a person to go through to understand what is actually happening. But you know, Nicole had the far sense to understand that a long time ago. But then again, they said, well, they say women mature faster than men anyway. So basically, he's thinking about Nicole when Sasha comes back with his tea. And of course, he's thanking her and this, that, and the other. And, you know, she feels more like a maid to him. And she lets him know, not in those words, but, you know, hey, this is a give and give situation, 50-50, you know. So we leave that situation because it was boring and unnecessary. We go to Brooke and Eric. Eric rushes over to Brooks to see what she needed. When he gets there, he finds out Nicole is at the hospital trying to have the baby. So evidently Brooke had gave him like a 911 call, like get here, and he kind of, it's like flustered because he don't know what is going on because her message was just so cryptic that she didn't really relate anything other than get to my house, emergency or whatever. That's what I'm thinking. So when he got there, he was just all hyped and pumped, thinking he was going to have some catastrophe that he had to deal with and make, quick decisions about this, that, and other. And it was just the opposite. It was a miracle being brought into the world through the help of the Lord, of course. Nicole being a surrogate and, using her body to bring that precious life into the world. So they were basically just going over that and that particular concern, and it was a good concern. And so they were just thinking about how the family has what do you call it, evolved since Stephanie's death, and all the comings and goings of the different relationships and the formation of new relationships and new family members and this, that, and the other. So we leave there. We go to Nicole. Nicole's going through her contractions again. Like I said, Mama Vivian has come in. She's asking her, do she wants her to call Zenday. Nicole says no. She don't want to, what do you call it? She don't want to imply that she needs him. It should be something that's, like I said, understood. He should have already known to be there. So he was that boy just laid on everything. Just always thinking about himself. But anyway, we go back to Zenday. Zenday starts to feel that he's at the wrong place, meaning there with Sasha. It was Sasha, where he needs and feels he need to be there for Nicole. And he just ups and tells Sasha out the blue. And I mean, it comes quick, fast, and a hurry. He told her he has to leave. He has to go to the office, And I'm like, you were good at just saying you had to leave. Where you went wrong is when you lied and said, oh, I got to go to the office. I need to take care of some things. And then you giving her false information, thinking she's the one still in your life because you're kissing her, you're wooing her, you're making her feel important. But yet, again, now you done took this girl's body. And I don't know if this is her first time having sex when she had sex with Zenday. But, I really believe she was a virgin. You took that from her, even though it wasn't like a rape situation. It was consensual, and she pretty much started the situation. And you were just one of her willing participants at the time. And, she's not a virgin anymore, and she'll never ever be a virgin anymore. Then you got Nicole. She still is a virgin in a sense because she never had sex with anybody. The sperm was impregnated in her or placed in her to, for the sperm to swim to her eggs and, therefore create a baby for its reproduction. So she still hasn't experienced that type of normacy. But, of course, as it is written in the Bible, you need to be married first. But who knows, Zenday, he's so crazy, honey, and so out of pocket. He might come back with a wedding ring, for her. Instantaneously get married, and then they can start reprocreating again. But anyway, she has to wait 6 weeks because that's the normal ideal time for a normal vaginal birth to, let your body try to, plaster itself back, mend itself back from all the tearing it had to do to push that little love bug out. And she was so cute, y'all. I'm hoping y'all saw the pictures, and I'm hoping I can find a visual for it. If they do have it, honey, you will see it on my imagery that I give y'all through my narration. Okay, all right. So basically, like I said, he bounced, tell her he going back to the office, which is a bold faced lie. So he got that downright packed. You hear me on what I'm saying? Because them Foresters know they be kicking up some lies here and everywhere. All right. Whew. But anyway, we know he's just a adopted child, but he learned from them best, honey. Them Foresters know they can lie in a heartbeat to get what they want. So we go to commercial. We come back. We're Zende and Sasha. Sasha's disappointed that he has to rush off back to the office, which he knows is not true. But she's dealing with it. She said, well, okay, I'll be back, and she gonna wait on like a little hen pet woman. But anyway, we go on from there to Brooke and Eric. They're both going over the comings and goings on the family and the children. Like I said, boring scene. But Brooke does make a point. No, we're going to wait for that point. But, we move on from that scene. We go to Sasha and Caroline. Sasha is telling Caroline then they had to go back to the office. And Caroline looks surprised at the news and, and the turn of events. So she's like, okay, whatever then they said to you behind him. I said something behind your back, too. I wanted him to go be with Nicole because she needed him more than you enticing him and this, that, and the other. But, it is what it is. We move on from that situation because it was boring. We go to Zende. Zende has made it finally to the hospital, just in time to see Nicole push, breathe, push, breathe. Excuse me, I got choked off there, y'all. And Nicole's giving, it all to bring that baby into the world. Vivian is at the top of her head, and, at the bed, head of the bed where she's at coaching. She got her mom's hand. Vivian is pressed down with her. Like she going through those pains herself. I said, go ahead, mama. That's what a real mama do. Okay. And she starts to have another bad contraction. While Ma and Rick are at the bottom, honey, waiting to see the crowning of their head, that little head coming out of there. Like, I want to come out. I want to come out. Woohoo! But anyway, that's basically where we were at. They were just all waiting, like, waiting for when you get married, the pastor say, or the minister say, or the rabbi say, you may now kiss your bride. Woo! And that's instantaneous, especially if you've been waiting on it for a long time. Woo-hoo-hoo. Anyway, I just thought I'd give that to y'all to show the rush of adrenaline. Or, like when you trying to finish that 5K race and you can see the finish line and you're ahead of the game. And once you just break that rope, everything just breaks out like, I get it. Or when you're having sex with a very nice looking man or your husband and he still turn you on and this, that, and the other, and y'all both still turn each other on. Y'all be like, is it still good to you? That kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So it's all the anticipation has come and you're just ready for that climax, and when it comes it's like woo, fireworks. But anyway, that's the kind of the expectation that was going on, waiting for that baby to come out. And of course, the Zende's in the back acting like a little surgical tech, or I don't know what the hell he was dressed up for, but he was more so, well, he was dressed up to be there in the atmosphere and all in the environment. But I'm still trying to figure out why nobody out of all of them didn't notice Zende was back there in the back. So maybe they thought he was a surgical tech too, because you can be caught up in the moment. Yes, you can, but you do recognize who's in that room. You probably being the patient, having the baby. So you probably don't know nothing, but like, oh Lord, if y'all don't give me some medicine, I'm gonna have to slap all y'all, something to that effect. But the other people should be able to know who's in that room. So it was just very weird that nobody looked back, or doing all the comings and goings, they never saw Zende. So we go to commercial, we come back, we're back on Brooke and Eric. They're still talking about family and this, that, and the other. Brooke goes on to say if it wasn't for Sasha, Zende and Nicole would still be together, or at least it would be something to mend back together immediately, expeditiously. You know what I'm saying? But evidently, y'all need to help me with this too. Didn't we just see some episodes where the Avant family had went through that transition about Julius lying and, Vivian throwing him out, not going back? I mean, where's Vivian living, y'all? It surely cannot be with Julius. And then why are they still acting? Because even on yesterday's episode, Sasha was talking about her best friend. Yeah, she's the jig is up. The cat is out of the bag. Why is she not referring to her as her sister? I'm confused. Was it just me? Was I? Come on, were we duped? So I'm trying to wait for those things to transpire back up so we can get some, I don't know, some hindsight or something, because I'm kind of lost. Or the writers are lost. They need to clear that up, people. They need to clear it up. I mean, Maya don't know. Or what, that her mama got cheated on. I mean, I don't understand. They all live in the same house. Except for the mom. But she still might be living there now. With all the comings and goings of her finding out her husband was a cheater for 20 some odd years. Or was it 35? Anyway, we're going to move on from that, because basically Brooke was saying that Sasha wasn't in the way. They would have a chance of a relationship. And let me see. Brooke, no, Eric says, things can, work out. Things work out for the best, and this, that, and the other. So the other thing they really were concerned about was that they may still have a chance, them two, and that Nicole was such a precious, priceless individual that would do that for Rick and Maya. So they got her up on a pedestal, honey. If Nicole wanted her own house, wanted her own car, wanted anything, shoot, piece of the force, the legacy, honey, in monetary tone, I'm meaning, they would give that to her. Okay, so I'm like, honey, she got a job for life. Oh, she ain't got to worry about nothing. Even if her and Zendaya don't get together, this little woman ain't got to worry for nothing. You hear me? But anyway, we go from that scene. We go to Caroline and Sasha. Caroline is just amazed at how Nicole is so unselfish to give this miracle of a baby, her firstborn child, to her sister. She said, it's pretty much they looking at Nicole as a saint, girl, as a saint. But I really feel, she did do a wonderful thing, but having that baby in her, going through everything she had to go through with her dad, and with Zendaya, she's gonna come out a very, very young, mature woman, and she ain't gonna be taking no stuff. How she was kind of timid before, man. When she roars, she gonna be hollering. Okay, she gonna be making people hear her, and they gonna feel her too. So that's a good thing. So we move from that and go to commercial. We come back. Nicole just gave birth, y'all, to a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful baby girl. Yes, yes. And everybody, and then, like I said, everybody had their little moment to hold her and everything. And especially Nicole, she was the very first one to hold her. And they pretty much put her in a circle, and everybody got their little take, and this, that, and the other. And then as the circle ended with Maya, Maya sat down on the bed and introduced her daughter to her sister, which, was the reason how, with the help of the Lord, she got here. And, kind of funny how she said, my daughter, something like that. I was like, oh, Lord, we're going to have this thing with Bridge and, Thomas and that baby issue. And then if Zendaya don't get Nicole pregnant with another child, hopefully within the year, we're gonna have some issues, because giving away your firstborn, that firstborn is in your family or any parts of your family, immediate family, or just family period. Woo, honey, that looking at that baby, unless I mean, the circumstances of how she got to have the baby for her sister are definitely beloved and benevolent, very much on the high pedestal side. However, how she was looking at that baby, y'all, it was like, it's gonna be some issues. She gonna want that baby back. But anyway, hopefully it don't turn out that way. I'm hoping it don't, but I just got that strange feeling that's what's gonna happen. She's gonna be having second thoughts. But anyway, we go from that scene to Sasha and Zendaya. Sasha, Zendaya actually, like I said, he left out the room prior to anybody else leaving out the room, because he didn't want to be in the midst of everything. I think he wanted to have his little alone time with her, but he just didn't know how to, face the family for him being such a jackass about the whole situation. And I guess if I act that way for her whole 9 months too, and then messed up and, had sex with her then, as he knew it, her friend, but now he knows. And see, that's what I don't understand too, y'all. He know that she is Mr. Avant's, Nicole's sister, but he's still acting crazy. Anyway, he just leaves outside to get him a breath of fresh air to collect his thoughts and everything, or how foolish he had been about the whole situation. after seeing, you know, a life come in the world and how it came in the world, no matter how it was, how it transpired, but just the ending of everything. And you seeing a couple that couldn't have a baby on their own were fortunately blessed to have that baby. So it's just a nice scene, but he couldn't handle it. He went outside like a punk. And then when he was getting out of some of his clothing from being in that sterile room, Sasha come calling him, honey, calling him to check on him to see how he was doing at work. You know, but he don't really want to talk to her. He just going through the motions of, you know, her calling him and this, that, and the other. Child, we move on from that scene because it wasn't really worth talking about. I just thought I would mention it because it's part of the episode. But then we go to the last and final scene. Zende goes back into the room after he noticed everybody. And I mean everybody had left that room. I left that girl by herself like that. I'm like, oh, come on now. Didn't nobody want to stay? I mean, come on. Where is Vivian? Okay, where is Vivian? Now I can see Maya and Rick excusing themselves because they wanted that little moment with their baby, you know, to get her all weighed up and, you know, checked all out. Which I'm pretty sure when they gave the baby to her, they had already cleaned the baby up and all this, that, and the other. So they probably did that. But I really don't know where they went with the baby. But like I said, they probably just wanted to have that moment alone. Don't even know where Vivian went. Oh, but anyway. She's alone. She sees him after, you know, looking at the room and probably internally thinking about everything that had transpired and why she don't have nobody here with her. She's noticed Zende is in her window door. So, you know, I'm sure she motioned him to come in, and he came in anyway. And he immediately comes to her bedside and tells her how sorry he was that he treated her the way he did the entire 9 months. You know, pretty much he goes into telling her he was a fool. She's just beloved to have given that such precious miracle of a gift to her sister. He gets it now. He's pretty much begging for her forgiveness, and you know she was just saying, "Oh, I wish you were here." He said, "Oh, I was here, honey. I saw everything." And you know they go on and pretty much forgive each other. And she ain't had nothing to forgive, but you know, hey, they forgave each other, and they give each other a kiss, and you know it just gives you that belief that they're gonna get back together as a couple, but. I don't know, because I don't know what he's gonna do. He's in a big pickle. You know, he got this girl thinking, you know, they're in love, they're in a good relationship, this, that, and the other, and then he's sitting up here kissing on the other. So, ooh, that's just too much. I said, we need to just burn Zende. Just burn him, honey. Burn him 1, 2, or 3 good times, because he's just been all over the place. All over the place, starting fires with these women in their heart. And then one of them going to have to be dashed when he shouldn't have been messing with her the first time. Or he at least should have cut it off when she felt that she misunderstood what he was saying about them making love, you know, because he still never cleared that particular issue up. So it's just a hot mess, y'all. It's another triangle of a hot mess. I hope they get ready to clear this stuff up. But first they got to clear up the Avant family mess. You know what I'm saying? So, y'all, again, I'm sorry that I brought it to you late, but you understand that it was my mother's birthday, and she's 77 years old, and we all should be engulfed with giving our loved ones love every day. Let them know that they're loved every day, because you never know when it will be their last day. Okay? So always stay encouraged, always stay blessed, and always keep loving your heart. And that was the Bold and the Beautiful episode for Tuesday, May 17, 2016, that aired at 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Okay, guys, I'll be back tomorrow to give you more heads up and more narrative and visuals commentary from my channel. Okay, talk to you later. Bye-bye.